I've already prepped these nails, and if you look on my previous videos, you'll be able to see how I prep the nails. I'm just going back over with the alcohol cleanse to get off any dust or oil that might be on the nail, because if you leave this on the nail plate, it will cause the gel to lift or even chip. You've got to make sure you get right down the side walls and across the free edge. And obviously, because it's got alcohol in there, it's already dehydrating the nail plate, which also needs to be done for the gel to adhere to the nail plate. But if you have a client that has overly oil nails, you can add a dehydrator now, which would help. So my client's chosen Gel 2 Sure Thing from one of the new collections. I'm going to shake for around 30 seconds just to mix all the glitter around. Just make sure the colour is all nicely mixed. So I tend to do all 5 fingers on one hand at a time and then cure that, but some colours shrink, so I'll do 2 nails and rotate. So you can see here, I pinch the side of the nail just to bring the nail walls down out of the way, just so we don't get any product on there. If you get any product on the skin and you cure without wiping it off, that will also cause the gel to lift. So you see got a little bit on the skin there, just wipe it off and then that's fine. Move on to the next one. Put it down. Get as close to the cuticle as possible, all the way down the side walls. And a very important thing is make sure you cap the free edge. This client's nails is a little bit short, so I'm getting some on the skin. That's fine because we can just wipe that away before we put that in the lamp to cure. And you can see this colour shrinks quite quickly, so you can see that it's coming back up towards the cuticle and showing a free edge. So we're just going to do 2 nails at a time. Just going to cap the free edge again and get the client to pop that into the lamp. And while that's in there, I'll move on to the other hand and do 2 nails on this hand. And then it doesn't matter that the first 2 nails haven't had the full 50 minutes in the lamp to cure, because it will go back in next time. Oh, not minutes, seconds. 50 seconds, definitely not 50 minutes. We'll be here a long time. And push that up. Drag it down, clean away anything you may have had on the skin. And you see the little finger started to shrink back, so I'm just going to put a bit of product on there. And then we're going to get the client to swap her hands. Then we can move on to the next 2. Again, pulling the side walls down, so you can get right down the side. Capping the free edge, move on to the next nail. And swiping across the free edge again. You can also, the first 2 that are almost fully cured, go back and just make sure that free edge is fully capped. So pop them round. A little bit of skin. And I'm going to go back across and cap the edge. Okay, swap them round. And we'll move on to the thumb. See, I move the gel. I place my brush not too close to the cuticle and then push the gel up. This way it's a lot easier to get a neat line at the top and saves it going all over the cuticle. What's this? Got some on the cuticle. Put that one in there. Sorry. And put this one on. So you've got a bit of lint in there from my lint-free wipes. Take that off of there. We do not want that on the nail. Wipe across the front. Tidy up any that need tidying up. I'm just going to go across the two. That's it, and swap round. Now because we made sure we capped the edges fully on the first coat, now I tend to go and do the first 4 nails because the gel has got a nice first layer to stick to. Do wipe it down the front. You can see you get a full colour once you've done the second coat. We won't do all 5 just in case that thumb didn't get the full 50 seconds. So we'll do these 4, which are definitely fully cured. Wipe across the front. That second coat's ready to go in. So now I can do all 5 on this one because I know that had a full go in the lamp and all 5 are fully cured. So we've just got the other thumb left to do, and then they've all had their 2 coats. So let's put that one round. So we're just going to flash cure that, so we know that this one hasn't had the full 50 seconds, so we're going to flash cure this one, the other hand, just so it doesn't shrink, and then we're going to go back in and give them an extra go each, just so we know the colour is fully cured, ready for the top coat. And for the top coat I'm going to use the No Cleanse top coat from Gel 2, which is super shiny and doesn't leave a tacky layer afterwards. You can go straight in with cuticle oil after you've applied and cured it. Let's swap them around. So this one is ready for top coat. Apply this exactly the same as you do the colour. Make sure you get full coverage right up to the cuticle and across the free edge. If there's any part of your nail that hasn't had a top coat applied, once the client leaves and starts washing their hands, it will turn the colour matte. So you'll have a patch that's not shiny. So you have to make sure you cover the colour fully. And again, seal the free edge to make sure it lasts as long as possible. That's it, swap them round. So just wait for the other hand to finish. Let's swap them around, and then we can apply the cuticle oil because there is no tacky layer on. You can see nice and shiny. I'm going to massage that in around the cuticles and up the finger. And put some moisture back in from all the dehydrating products we've used. So the alcohol cleansing spray dehydrates the skin, so you need to put some moisture back in after you've finished. That's it. There you have it. Application of gel to Sure Thing overlays. See the sparkles. Thank you, bye.